show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, man, oh man, right? In this episode of When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong, we got 051 Kiddo. Now shout out to CSP. Shout out to them in their platform, because I've seen a video where he spoke about it being possible, or word around is that 051 Kiddo was questioned or is being accused allegedly for the death of THF TP. Now before we even get into it, I didn't start this rumor, so y'all can't say anything about dry snitching or any of that stuff. This is already a thing going around on the internet, but I made sure I say allegedly because I don't want to put that jacket on anybody and it end up not being true. Although certain behaviors were a little sketchy, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So what I will do is speak on 051 Kiddo's arrest after TP's passing. If y'all remember when we did a video on that already, if you're interested in seeing that, I'll leave a link pinned in the comments below so y'all could check it out there. Now when it comes to this one, if y'all been on this platform with us, y'all know that it's one thing we stress more than anything, and that thing is keeping street politics off social media. Meaning, if you know you active in the streets, or you know that you've been active in the streets, or anything that's out there can possibly come back and bite you, please stay off social media, because social media can definitely trick guys out of their position and either make them say or do some things, then later it come back to haunt you in the long run. We've seen guys say a little too much on live, or even in some of these songs, or they get in their stories on Instagram and say too much as well. And here's the thing about social media. Everyone will call you sore for a week if you let something slide, but the minute you keep it real and do what you actually rap about, they call you stupid for crashing out. So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. And this is why I always stress to keep anything street related off social media, because there's just no wins regardless. Now I say all of this to usher in our topic of the video, where it's now being put out there that 051 Kiddo himself is allegedly being accused of being one of the suspects in THF TP's death. Sheesh. Now it went from looking like it was just a slight parole violation to him being on parole and catching a possible M charge, which is nowhere near good for him, being that he was already on parole, just served like 11 years on top of that, and he has priors. Now let's put this into perspective real quick, and maybe y'all can understand how crazy this actually is. Kiddo was locked up since 2012 and didn't get out until 2023. Right? Let that marinate. And also keep in mind that he barely got to enjoy his freedom because he was arrested February of 2024 after just being released in April of 2023, which means that he didn't even make a year, unfortunately. Now I hate to say it, but a bunch of people online done jinxed the boy, saying that he'll be right back inside. And maybe it wasn't jinxing, because people were just going based off 051 Kiddo's behavior. He got out, and everyone said that he was still on that 2011 and 2012 energy, dissing and name dropping in songs, dissing the dead on social media, going live and dissing his ops, just like how the drill culture was back in the early 2000s. But as of right now, you have a lot of those guys that actually fell back, and now they get into a little bit of money. He went back and forth with Tay Savage, who also did a long prison stretch, but he managed to get out and look like he's moving in the right direction with his music. Now everything was looking up for Kiddo musically as well, as he started picking up steam and doing interviews with DJU TV and Adam 22's No Jumper platform, but it will all come crumbling down when he would be arrested and charged with being an armed habitual criminal and being in possession of a stolen firearm during a parole checkup. Now, a lot of people's first reaction was, why don't he just get out of Chicago? But those are mainly people that don't understand how parole works. Parole don't care about the drama you have in your city, nor do they really care about your safety. They're going to make sure you parole wherever you from, and even sometimes your ops can know your location. But once again, if parole says you have to stay there, that's where you have to stay. Now, I don't know why he would have a weapon in the house, knowing that parole oftenly do checks depending on your behavior. So it'll be foolish to keep one around you knowing that, but let's remember that he's in Chicago and you must be prepared for anything. Some people rather get caught with it than without it, because sometimes being without means you may lose your life. So a lot of guys end up taking that risk. Now, when I mentioned earlier about putting too much street politics on the internet, it's because one of the reasons parole end up doing a compliance checkup on you is if you displaying behavior like you aren't abiding by their stipulations, whether it's curfew, drug use, online activity, getting arrested, whatever. And I'm assuming that's what happened in Kiddo's case, and they ended up finding what they found, which was 3 weapons when he was arrested. Now, I'm not sure how things are in Chicago when it comes to the law, but I know usually if you are already a convicted felon, especially with a background of weapons, and you're caught with weapons again, especially 3, 9 times out of 10, you're already looking at a 5 to 10 year sentence off the weapons alone. Now, you also have to keep in mind that you have to serve whatever time parole wants to give you, and then if convicted in the case concerning TP, that's just a whole nother bunch of time you're looking at on top of the weapons. So once again, we may not know why police did a compliance check on Kiddo, but if it is true what everyone is saying about him being a possible suspect, then it may have been because they got a suspicion. Or if it isn't that, then it could have simply been because he did that interview with J-Main where he had a firearm and showed it in his possession. Now, when it comes to that interview, Kiddo should have known better. You on parole, you don't even want to be seen next to what they can think is a firearm, because knowing the type of trouble you can get into, and J-Main too, they know Kiddo on papers. Why didn't they take that part out of the interview? Right? They didn't need to put that up there. And let me tell you, if I did an interview with Kiddo, knowing he's on papers, I would have told him myself, like, come on, bro. We can't even put you out there like that because you're incriminating yourself. You know you on papers, what you doing? However, we know that things like that bring clicks, views, and attention. So they put it out. And honestly, I think that may have been the reason they came to get him more than him being a suspect in TP's demise. And J-Main can't say that he don't know, because when he did that Say Cheese interview with Ant Glizzy and Ant slid that firearm under him, what's the first thing J-Main said?
So you gonna put the gun down? I put it close to you. You can have it close to you, man. Hold on. I'm fighting cases. Slide that motherfucker back to you.
He said slide that on over back to you because he got cases and stuff going on or whatever. So J-Main know what's up. But once again, that was a viral moment and it brought attention, views, and clicks. Now moving on. When it comes to 051 Kiddo being a suspect, until it's 100% confirmed, it's all hearsay. And the only thing that was kind of suspect is when after TP's passing, Driller was telling people to stop reposting that car. That was one red flag. And the second red flag was when the video of the incident dropped, people on social media was really dry snitching. Right? They said it was looking like Kiddo and was pointing out certain things, explaining why they thought it was him. I even seen a platform, I'm not going to say which one either, I'm not going to say their names or put them out there, but I've seen the platform that actually posted the video and put names next to the suspects. Right? And it didn't help when right after it happened, Kiddo reposted a picture of Lil Mark to his IG story immediately after the news broke. So this is why I always say keep the street politics off the internet. It may seem like nothing, you may even think it's nothing, until later on it come back and bite you, and at that point, it's way too late. Now, to be perfectly clear, it hasn't been confirmed once again 100% that Kiddo has been a suspect, but that's a running rumor out right now on social media. If any more information come out, we'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. And I'm out.